Hey everyone, I am Robin the Copy Bitch. This is Stewie, my sidekick sloth. And today we are going to talk about what does a copywriter do exactly? I can already see the people who are like Googling this phrase, because people are Googling this phrase. What is it that a copywriter does exactly? Well, I'm going to get into it because here's the deal. I have been working as a freelance copywriter since 2002. Yes, 2002. That's over 20 years. And I got some things to say I feel like I can represent. So here's the deal. I think the best way for me to explain it is with an illustration. And you know what? I've used this illustration before, and I think it kind of really hits the nail on the head, sends things home. What is it that I'm trying to say? Here's where we're going to start with. Let's pretend you are waking up to your clock radio going off at 6:07 a.m. because that's how you roll. Yes. Do people still listen to clock radios? I don't even know. But let's say that you do. Clock radio's going off. It's actually on a commercial, and the commercial is for Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. You stumble out of bed and you go into the kitchen, you turn on the coffee maker, you flip on the TV, it's Good Morning America or whatever is on at 6 a.m. I don't even know. But there's a car commercial, because of course there is a car commercial. And you know, you're listening in the background and you're getting ready for work and you have your yogurt and your banana because you eat healthy. You're paging through whatever the magazine is on your kitchen island. Maybe it's the week like we have on ours, right? And you're paging through and you see this ad for a river cruise line and you're like, what? And maybe it looks something like this and you're like, what? And you're like, I really want to go, as you're reading about it, but you put it aside because you're working stiff and you got to get to work. So you get in your car and you're driving down the Mass Pike and you're listening to the radio and you see a billboard for, I don't know, the Museum of Science. It's alive. Do they even still use that as their tagline? I don't know. It used to be a really good tagline. And you're thinking, gee, I should really bring my nieces and nephews to the Museum of Science, even though they're like all over the age of 20. But hey, it's an excuse to go and it would be fun. And you get to work, and of course you're futzing around on Facebook, and you see this ad for Olive and June nail polish. But you resist the temptation, right, Stewie? Because you don't need more nail polish and more stuff. You resist the temptation, and you switch over to personal email because, hey, you're at work. This is what you do. And you see a Groupon for like a really great deal on massages, and you decide, hey, I'm going to get a massage for me and my bestie because we're turning 50 this year. And oh, you want a massage too? Okay, well. And then it's almost lunchtime and you and your coworkers are thinking you want to go out for Indian. So you start Googling and you see this ad for an Indian restaurant and you check out the Google business profile and the pictures look great and the reviews look great. So you go there and you have a ball and you have lots of Indian food and it's delicious. And then you get back to work and you actually, do some work. And one of your tasks today is your boss has asked you to do some research on background check companies because the boss is thinking of making a switch. So you do some research, you round up 3 that you think look great based on the websites and the blog posts and the content that they have there, and you give it to the boss. And finally, it's quitting time. And you head out to the parking lot and you notice that someone has tucked flyers underneath the windshield wipers, old school, and all the cars in the parking lot, and you pluck the flyer out from underneath the windshield, and it's for all you can eat wings at a nearby bar for Thursday night. So you tuck that one away and you're driving home and you're listening to your tunes, and you get home and you fetch the mail and you're going through the mail, and there happens to be a direct mailer for a new dentist's office right in town, like 5 minutes away. And you tuck that one away because your dentist, unfortunately, is retiring at the end of the year and you're going to need a new one. There's also a packet from Mass Audubon. And you're like opening it up and really excited. And they send some stickers and those like mails, the return mail stickers with your name on it. You're like, that's nice. So you decide right then and there to give a donation, and you do that because you're really into birding. And then later in bed that night, you're scrolling through Instagram and you come across another ad for Olive and June nail polish. And this time you click shop now. And the next thing you know, you have a set on the way. So, lesson time, kids. What does all of that have in common? All of that stuff I described, someone had to write the words for those TV commercials and radio spots and direct mailer pieces and the background check companies you're checking out and the ads for the Indian food restaurant and the ads that you saw on social media for Olive and June nail polish, and even the flyer that was tucked underneath your windshield wiper. Someone had to write those words. And no, maybe it wasn't a professional writer, especially for that part, but for the other pieces I just talked about, there is a professional writer, copywriter, behind those words. So copywriting at its simplest, and I've said this before many times, is any writing that sells a product, a service, or a cause. So what does a copywriter do exactly all day? Well, we're the ones who write those words. And we do it for businesses, we do it for organizations. It could be a nonprofit like Mass Audubon or the American Red Cross. And we write the words. So we write the words for websites and blog posts and direct mailers and radio spots and TV spots and social media posts and white papers. And did I say blog posts? But I do lots of blogging, so I'm going to say it twice. So some copywriters might be working full-time in an organization. For bigger companies, bigger brands, they might actually have a stable of writers along with their marketing department. Lots of companies, however, will outsource directly to a writer like myself, or sometimes they will outsource to a marketing agency or an ad agency, and they might have writers on staff and or have some contractors like myself. So we're the writers who do the words that make you buy the things you buy on Instagram at midnight when you're scrolling through. Seriously, someone had to write those words, and that's the goal. It's writing that compels you to do something. Not all of the writing we do is trying to get you to buy. It could be what's known as in the top of the funnel, like the blog post that you read, where it's more educational in nature. And maybe the goal isn't to get you to buy right then and there, but to just inform you, help you fix a problem, and then hopefully get that company or organization on your mental radar so that when you see their name pop up again, like in your Instagram feed or whatever, you're like, oh, I really gotta buy now. Buy now. Buy now. Some copywriters, like myself, are generalists. We will write it all. We'll do the blog posts and the websites and the ebooks and the social media posts, and we'll do the flyers for that, tavern, especially if they want to pay us and all the free wings we can eat. Other writers will be more generalists. So you might actually have writers who just specialize in SEO copywriting or email marketing or direct response copywriting. So it can run the gamut. But what does a copywriter do exactly all day when we're not making videos with cute sloths? Well, we write. We write a lot. We get up, we write. We write, we talk to our clients, we get on Zoom calls, we get on Skype calls, we get on MS Teams calls, we write. We research, keyword research for articles, we'll write, we will proofread, we'll revise. Oh, and did I mention we write sometimes? Because we do that. We do that a lot. We write. And we research and we plan. We help our clients plan their content, like their editorial calendars for their blogs or for their white papers or their social media posts. We talk to clients, we brainstorm. Oh, and guess what? We write a lot. And occasionally we will, invoice because we like to stay in Doritos and wine, and we'll balance our checkbooks. And you know what? Sometimes we even shower. I said sometimes, okay? So yeah, that kind of sums it up. What does a copywriter do exactly? Well, we write the words that help to sell a company's products, services, or a cause. And there are many ways we can do that. We can do it in a blog post, we can do it in a website, we can do it in an email, but someone's got to write those words. And usually it's a professional like me. And yes, I despite what this video might suggest, I am a professional. Been doing it since 2002. Anyhow, hopefully that answered the question. What does a copywriter do exactly? We write the stuff. And you know what? You got more questions about copywriting? We would be happy to answer. I am Robin. I am the copy bitch. Ask the copy bitch. That's me. This is Stewie, my sidekick sloth. If you like this video, think of giving us a thumbs up because it helps us out. If you're a new copywriter, maybe been around a while, consider subscribing to my channel because that helps us as well. We're really trying to grow our reach, our audience. That's what we do. And we will see you next time. Bye.